Back, baby. Dueling Aces, episode 18. Time flies when you're having fun, as they say. Wade, my man, how in the world are you, brother? It's good to see you.
Man, I'm fantastic. Good to see you again, man. See you're in the car,
Yeah,
a little traveling, a
that's
little
it.
work on the road, man. You're always
Yeah.
grinding, man. How you doing?
When you work from home, you just got to get out of the house sometime, change the scenery. You're going to work today. Half the day at Panera, other half at the library, crunching numbers, putting out articles. Can't beat it, man. I love it. I love getting away at least once a week and going out and get some coffee, get fired up, and just change the scenery just helps change things up and just stay fresh mentally.
I love it, man. So how'd your bets go last night?
Man, couple tough beats, man. It's been another weird week. Start off Tuesday. Of course, I was off Monday for the golf. Tuesday was good go, 3-2. Can't complain with that. Good plus money on a couple of them. But then been struggling the last couple days, man. Went 2-3 on Wednesday. Yesterday went 1-2. Five losses this week by the dreaded hook, man. And yesterday, just one of those ones kicking myself. Wanted to play Lance Lynn over 4.5. Only thing was juice was around minus 160. Typically don't like giving anything out over minus 150. And of course, he lands right on five. I took an alt line over 5.5 to get plus 130. And should have listened to my gut and just paid the juice. But overall, Crochet was a no sweat winner. That was nice. And then unfortunately, Steel was another loss by the hook. But overall, it's okay. Just 6-7 on the week, down a smidge, down not even a full unit. But hopefully, we can repeat like last Friday and get the week back into the green, looking for that 5-0 sweep, baby, or at least 4-1 would be nice. I'd be fine with that. But how
Heck
about
yeah,
yourself,
man.
man? Looks like you've won. I think you've won every day this week, if I'm not mistaken. I know you're a little frustrated with some plays you left on the board, but am I right? You've won every day, right?
No, Tuesday was a down day, and actually was a pretty bad
Gotcha.
down day. But yesterday we
Gotcha.
swept. The day before we went
Come on.
4-1, and yeah, Monday we went 2-1. So we've had an
Love it.
overall good day. I'm not really sure where we're at on the week. I think on the week we're right about over 5.5 units right now. So
Ooh, that is a killer week. Congrats,
looking good.
brother. The hard
Yeah.
work's paying off, man, as it typically does. That's really right. It's really right about your I know we talk about it all the time, but you know, I think you average typically around 20 units a month in MLB of profit.
Hell yeah.
So we do the math, comes out typically about 5 units a week. So you're playing right to the back of your baseball card right there this week. So congrats to you. You stack another profitable day on there, you'll be up probably over 6, 7, maybe even 8 units this week. So rack them in, reel them in, buddy, reel them in. What is it, Bubba Gump shrimp style? Reel them in. Let's go.
Oh yeah. No man, we've been doing good, man. The members have been happy. So hey, I can't complain. That's what it's all about. Trying to help people win
That's
money.
it.
Um,
Nailed it.
Not trying to do this alone, trying to help other people, man. I know there's a lot of people out there that don't have time to research bets, and they may be new to sports betting and they're not really sure what to look for, and trying to find somebody to trust. And I feel like
Yep.
I'm one of the more transparent cappers out there. I put my record out there. I show my recaps every day. I show my bad days, show my good days. We're gonna have bad
And
days,
yeah,
man, but we're rolling.
I love it, and that's one of the things I've always admired about you is that good, bad, or ugly, you post results, and 99% of people on Twitter, X, what have you, they don't do that. They're going to tell you about their wins. They just kind of go silent when they lose. Um, Wade's the real deal. Every day he's telling you, hey, here's how we did, or great day, or we swept the board, or we had a rough day, or it's just win, lose, or draw. He's right there, just saying, hey, teaching people that it really is the old cliche marathon, not a sprint. You're not going to win every day. Just try to stack small profits, over time, and that's what Wade does.
Yeah, I
I think
appreciate
I
that,
think I
man.
read your service is still with the promo 750 for the first month. I know you're not going to do that forever. You're probably eventually going to have to go back up on the price, just to stay with market. But
Yeah.
folks need to jump on that before July. I think it is right before July. I need to jump on that offer.
Correct. I got a couple of DMs yesterday just asking, man, are all these VIP picks or where can I get these picks at? And I was telling them, man, right now we're using a promo deal. Use code JOIN to join my membership, and you get first 7 days free. So if you join for 7 days and you're
Uh,
not happy for some reason, I go on a 7 day losing streak, and you don't want to continue to be with me, you can cancel it before you ever pay the $7.50 for for the next month. So really, you're getting 37 days for $7.50. Really, you're not going to find that deal anywhere out
No.
on X right now. I just felt like doing a really good promo during my most profitable sport. See if we can help a little bit more people out. I know a lot of people, barrier to entry on people wanting to pay for picks. There's probably half the people out there on social media don't really want to pay for picks because they know they can find free picks a lot of places. So I try to dabble, give a couple free picks every day. Do some keep my
Mhm.
more keep ones I really like for VIP. And yeah, man, we're trying to help everybody out. So
I love it, brother. Well, keep it rolling, my man. I am cheering you on and just loving it. I think you got an excellent shot of even beating last year, which last year was a banner year for you. So just keep grinding, brother. Keep doing what you do. What you're doing's working. So don't see any reason to change it when you roll into the profits. Just keep it coming.
yeah, we had we were discussing a little bit last night. Um, just when we were looking over the slate, trying to figure out some of our bets for today. It's just really tough to match last year's numbers, and I know probably to
It
people out there
is.
it doesn't really make sense. There's just a lot of
Right.
factors. We've talked about this on the show before. We have probably 10 pitchers that have been on the DL or on the DL now or have been for this parts of this year. So we've
Yep.
lost out on a lot of pitchers that we normally cash on, and players like George Kirby, who we hit I think we maybe bet every single one of his walk props last year under 1.5, and we probably cashed 25 of them. He's had the 1.5 walk line one or two games this year. So they've
That's
pretty
it.
much taken that bet completely away from us. So we're trying to
Yeah.
obviously there's new guys that come in the mold. Um, and things like that. But when you really lose guys that are the best at a certain prop, it's just going to be tough to get
Yeah.
that value back. But we're trying, man. There's new pitchers coming up every day. Luis Hill, he's fantastic. We've got
Sure
a
he
lot of
is.
young arms coming up as we've talked about. So yeah, it's just trying to find the value, man. But it's I think we're right on pace right now to be about even with last year. Um,
Love it,
well,
dude.
I know
That's
last year in
huge.
August we hit 40 units, so we're gonna have a pretty big month here coming up to kind of capitalize on that. But hey, we have an opportunity, so
Yeah, that's outstanding, man. And it's like a lot of people realize it's like don't realize that the year you had last year, that's not in what we do. That's not a typical it's just you can't do that every year. It's not mathematically possible long term. Like that was a banner year, which is awesome, and you may repeat it this year, or you may even exceed it. But
yeah,
you got to even be happy with those years where you only clear 50, 60 units. It's still a good year. It's still a really if somebody offered you investment, say, hey, you know the end of the season you're going to have a 50% ROI. You up 50 units or up six. Wouldn't you take it? Heck yeah, you would. So a lot of
yeah.
people get spoiled and expect to double, triple, quadruple their money every season. Just not mathematically possible, man. You have to be content with even the quote smaller profited seasons. That's what I've had to learn over the years.
Oh, for sure. And we're in a market where it's very competitive. Obviously, if you're selling
Definitely.
picks, you want to get as many members as you can, and you look
Oh
around
yeah.
out there and you see guys that are profiting 60, 70 units for a whole year for all sports, and they have
Yep.
thousands of members. And we're sitting
Yep.
at almost 90 units, not even halfway through the year yet, and we hit over 200 units last year. So it's one of those things where it's just about marketing, getting in front of people, and I just do believe if we can get the show in front of more people and
Yeah.
get the articles out to more people from Betters
Yep.
Insider, Eat, Watch, Bet, we're all gonna grow, man. We're giving good content.
The
We're
goal.
we're we're cashing bets. You've taken off with your strikeout props, so man, things are looking up for us. So just gotta keep plugging away, keep grinding. We'll find more people to help. So
Definitely.
no
Yeah,
doubt
that's
about
it.
that.
And just yeah, and that's what it's all about is just educating people on how this is done, how that, it's very hard to make money in sports betting. I would venture to say that less than 5% of people that are involved in this hobby or investment vehicle, what have you, less than 5% of people actually make money in it, in my opinion. It's easy to get lost on X, and it seems like everybody wins all the time, but it's not
Yeah.
the case. It's not the case. But yeah, I'm excited about the future, man. Let's get into the news. We have to
Man,
talk about,
Aaron
talk about the
Judge.
tear. Holy
Aaron
smoke.
Judge.
Aaron freaking Judge, what a tear this guy's on. Like, everybody gave him so much crap in April because he didn't get much time at spring training. He had the oblique strain, I think it
Yeah.
was. Only got a few at bats. So most of April he looked lost, man, at the plate. Just his timing wasn't there. He was a little late on fastballs, which he's never late on fastballs. That's how you know it was something, just a timing issue. Then May hits and he's been Superman. I mean, just a right-handed Babe Ruth. What is the kid? 6'8" and like 280. Like holy 6'7", 280, something like that. Just he doesn't look human, man. I mean, it's insane. I'm just wondering, is he going to hit? What do you think? Is he going to hit 60 homers again? He's already got 25. What you think he will?
I do believe. I wish there was a wager out there where they'd give you more of a range. Maybe they do. I haven't seen it. I'd love to take him between like 55 and 60. I think he's gonna land in that range. He might go over
58,
60,
he's
but
maybe 57. Because it's crazy. He hit 62 just a couple years ago in 2022, which is actually still the American League single season record. He broke Roger Maris's record there of 61. So, man, the way he's swinging,
yeah,
um,
it's just
they got a really good shot at it. It's hard to keep that pace up, though.
no, and I think I think I'm more leaning on what we were talking about before. The baseballs just aren't flying out this year. Home run numbers are
Good
down.
point.
So it's just with that factor alone, I think it's going to be hard to hit 60, but I no doubt 50, 55. He might give us a
Yeah,
65er. We don't know, but we'll
never
see,
know with
man.
him.
Yeah, he's on a torrid pace. Trying to look his numbers up. Um, you seeing
You
his
can't
numbers in
pitch
June?
around.
What?
Do what?
What'd you say?
What'd you say, sir? I said you can't pitch around him either because you got to deal with Stanton, you got to deal with Rizzo. It's like he's got enough protection behind him where you can't. I mean, I guess you can walk him if you want to and take your chances with Stanton and Rizzo, but it's not really that's not really a viable option always either. So
No, no, no. And as you said, we were kind of leading into this. He's been trending up. March batting 125, April batting 220, May batting 361, June through I'm not sure how many games he's played. 24 or 39 at bats, but he's batting 436.
good Lord, I mean that's
hmm
insane.
Yep. He had 5 home runs already in June, so we're only halfway through the month. So he'll probably have a ten home run month this month.
Gosh, man,
He
yeah,
had
just
14.
crazy.
He
And
had 14 last month, so
I hate the Yankees, but I got to tip my hat when a guy's this hot. So there you go.
yeah, and going from his homers, I was actually shocked when you brought this up. How has JD Martinez never hit a walk-off home run? How he's been in the league 15 years?
It blows my mind, man. I'll admit I stole the headline from MLB.com and I saw it and I'm
Okay.
like, that can't be right. That can't be right. But sure enough, I looked it up and 321 career homers. He just now gets his first walk off yesterday. Speaking of JD, like he's had an underrated career, man. I
Oh,
mean, that's a lot of freaking homers. I mean, and he's still I don't know how old he is. I haven't looked all that up, but I mean, you got to think he's going to reach career 400 easy. I mean, he's still swinging pretty good stick.
yeah, he's no, I mean he's obviously he's a veteran. He's been one of the
I
he's
think
one
he's
of the best.
35 ish,
Yeah,
33 ish,
I think
like
so.
that.
I think he's still got another couple years left. I know he's older, but
Yeah, I know.
man,
Yeah, you would
for
think.
him, he's always been a solid average hitter as far as
Yeah,
hitting for average. He can get on
yep,
base. And he used to be a tear for the Red Sox, so he's on
he
pace,
did.
man. He's on. I think he has a very good shot to hit 400 home runs, but that's a very shocking stat.
Yeah, I was shocked. One, I was shocked that he had that many career homers. I guess you just don't hear a lot about him. You did for a while. You made a good point there with the Red Sox. I heard more about him. Now with the Mets, I think with the New York market, but I guess they just, the Mets, one, the Yankees get most of the pub because they're, tearing it up. But two, on the Mets, everybody really talks about Pete Alonso and Francisco Lindor. Really, they don't really talk about anybody else, which is kind of unfortunate because JD's a good ball player.
Yeah, I was gonna say between 2014, he played 4 years for Detroit. And then he went to Arizona for part of a year, and then he went to Boston for the next 5 years. And in that span, he hit over 300 for an entire season. Three, four, five, six times, and
Wow,
5 years straight. 5 years, 5 straight years he hit over 300. Um,
dude,
he
gotta
I mean
respect that.
he's had one, two, three. He's had four 30 home run seasons. He's had a 46 home run season, a 38 home run season, 36 home runs.
Nice.
Yeah, he's had some 20 plus home run seasons. So he's always been one of those guys with good pop, solid hitter, good RBIs, good on base percentage, decent WARs in some of those seasons. So nah, he's
I love it.
I just can't believe he's honestly still around in the league. He obviously he's been around forever since 2011. Um,
Yeah, yeah, that's impressive. So it was that 13 years in the show and
36 years
approaching
old.
4. Yeah, there you go. Well, yeah, I think he's getting on up there. We were right. First guess was 35. Getting pretty close, but
But man,
yeah,
that is an absolutely shocker headline, and leading from him. I've kind of been shocked that the Padres haven't been as I guess as
yeah,
solid all year. I'm not sure what's taken them so long to get going. Their batting's great. They obviously made that trade for Ariza, um,
yeah. I love
with
that
with
kid.
Miami. I know their pitching staff. They've taken a couple hits with Musgrove and Darvish. They
Yep.
also have some good arms in there with Cease.
Yeah,
Valdez hasn't been bad this year.
yeah.
Um,
And I like the knuckleballer, old Waldron. He's fun to
oh
watch,
yeah,
especially when the knuckleballers dancing. That's pretty cool. But yeah,
yeah,
I think they're coming around. I was shocked to learn this morning they're finally above 500, 35 or 37 and 35 on the year.
yep,
Won 3 in a row. Got a
yep.
game and a half lead in the wild card. No, it's a little early talking about wild card, but heck, All-Star break be here before we know it. As crazy as that sounds, but yeah, I don't know, man. I'm hoping the Pods will keep improving. I think I'm setting on a over ticket. I think over 81 and a half. I think's what I'm setting on as far as their future. I hope they at least get that. That's going to be still looking kind of tight, but we'll see. Uh,
Well, yeah, last
Interesting.
show we discussed how the Braves had. I think the last show the Braves had a 4 or 5 run game lead in the wild card, and
Yep.
now the Padres are
Yep.
Padres are closing in on them. They're only back two now,
Yeah.
so they. To be honest with you, I would make a bet right now that the Padres are going to finish in the number one spot, the wild card, and Braves might fall back to number two. I'm really starting
Yeah.
to not believe in the Braves bats. It's breaking my heart, but
I know, man. And it doesn't make sense. It's like they have the same. We've talked about this probably 3 or 4 times, but it just the reason we are is just so shocking. They have the same guys as last year. Last year set tons of National League records as far as like OPS and home runs and RBIs and all these things. And now this year, really, it's still just Marcell Ozuna carrying the load. Olson's coming around a little bit. Riley's not really done much. Then Acuna, he didn't do much before he was hurt. He didn't really do much. It's just weird. I don't know if it is the dead ball like we talked about, or maybe it just ain't their year. I hate to say that as a Braves fan. Heck, I'm going down there next week for a day game on Wednesday, so can't wait to
nice,
check
nice.
that out. But it's kind of depressing that they're just not. They haven't lived up to the hype this year. But still time to turn it around. But we'll see, man. I don't know.
Yeah, we
Weird.
talked about them making a run with the wild card. I think they're in a better position to make a run in the playoffs if they make a wild card versus having all that
Yeah,
pressure with the home field.
true.
Yeah, it's just tough this year. I still think they'll weather the storm. They're 4-6 over the last 10 games. They have solid pitching. It's really their hitting. Um,
Yeah, it's the problem,
I
man.
don't know.
Just
It's
not
just one of those.
generate.
How did you feel about the? We never really talked about this. Side note, real quick, but how'd you feel about the Freeman Olson kind of swap? Because I think that was probably a bigger
Yeah,
mistake. I'm an athletics fan. I
yeah,
was kind of upset when we let go of Matt Olson, but he's one of those guys that's
yeah,
hit or miss, man. He's kind of feast or famine. He's gonna get you some pop. He's gonna hit some home runs, but he can also not hit for average and have bad games. And
yeah.
Freeman doesn't do that. Freeman is solid every
Yep.
single game.
Consistent. Freddie's going to hit 320, 330 every year. He's not going to hit many home runs as Olson, but he's not going to strike out a ton. Olson strikes out a ton still. He's gotten a
Hmm.
little bit better than he was in Oakland,
Yeah,
but he still strikes out a ton. I like him. He's a nice kid. He's a pretty good defender too.
yeah, it's good.
Um, but yeah, it was really that was heartbreaking that Freeman left, and it was all about, to my understanding, all about the 6th year. The Braves didn't want to give a 6 year on his contract. The Dodgers did, and apparently there was some misgivings with his agent or his management group or what have you. Just a weird deal that went down. I think he regrets
Yep,
leaving Atlanta.
yep.
But I don't know, man. He's tearing it up. He's tearing it up with the Dodgers still. Yeah, we miss him. We miss him in Atlanta. We really do.
I think he still wants to be there, man. To be
Yeah,
honest, I do.
it's his home. It's his. I
Maybe
don't know.
they'll
It's just weird.
maybe here in a year or two they'll make a swing to trade him back or something. I don't know. We'll see.
Maybe.
Never know.
Yeah, you
Dodgers have
never
so
know.
much. The Dodgers are gonna have to start. I know they deferred paying Otani. They gotta start paying Otani at some point.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
only
no
Major
doubt.
League Baseball lets you do that, where you can offset a contract so that they can load
Keeps
up on more players. They have to change that rule.
uh,
That's insane.
dude. I hate saying it. I'm all for. I'm all for players getting paid whatever they get paid. I'm fine with it. I don't care. You're in the top 1% of your profession in the world. Get the money. I don't care. But baseball needs a salary cap. Baseball needs a salary cap just so teams like the A's, like the Royals, like the Tigers, like mid-market teams that don't have a huge payroll. I want to see them compete again. Like
Right.
it just I don't know. It's
Well,
with
the
the only
payroll.
major sport. Football and basketball both have salary caps. Baseball doesn't. I think it'd be better for the game if they did, because otherwise they're just going to be every year. It's going to be Yankees, Dodgers, and that's it. As far as they're just writing their checks, and God bless them. I guess they can afford it, but it just doesn't seem that much fun when the big boys get all the big names.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I'm all for people getting paid what they want. I'm just against where they can defer to pay a guy for 10 years
Yeah. Oh, totally
so
agree.
that they can use that
Yeah.
money to continue to load up on teams. Like the A's, the
Yeah.
Athletics can never do that. They just can't.
That's exactly.
So
Great.
it's just
Great.
completely unfair advantage playing field. It is what it is, but at the end of the day, Dodgers don't win the World Series every year either. So makes it even sweeter when they go spend all that money and then they don't win. So I don't know, kind of torn on that.
It's a happy day in my house whenever they spent billions and they still don't even. Not only they not win World Series, they don't even make it. That's great. They get an early exit. That was awesome. And really, man, it's like, hey, no offense to Dodgers fans watching, but it's like your only title was the COVID year. You can't really count that. I mean, yeah, it counts in the books, but it's like you won a shortened little season there. Congrats, but you really hadn't done nothing since. So
It's
I
hilarious.
love
Them
it.
and the Lakers both same year.
Yeah, that's funny.
Hilarious.
That's right. I forgot that. Yep. Yep. Overrated franchises for 100, Alex. There you go.
And I honestly would take the field if I would take the field against the Dodgers right now. I don't think they're going to win the World Series this year. So
No, I don't. I
I don't
don't
think
think
they have the pitching staff.
they don't. They won't get past the Phillies. Like if the Phillies rotation stays healthy, the Dodgers
No
won't get past
way.
the Phillies. I just don't see it.
Walker Bueller is going to get lit up. He gives up
Yeah,
runs and hits every game. Is Kershaw even around right now? I know he's re-signed with them.
I don't even know nothing about
Or
Kershaw anymore. I don't know if he's hurt.
are they
He's
just
got to be
keeping
hurt. I
him?
don't see him. Yeah,
They're
I
just
don't.
gonna warm him up in August and September for the
Yeah,
postseason run.
yeah. Just give him some spot starts, and then be like, hey, get out there and sling it like you used to back in the old days. It's kind
Well,
of funny.
which is fine because in the playoffs, see, that's actually when he's at his worst. So
Right. You're right.
I
True.
think Yamamoto maybe their only bright spot right now as far as going in because you can't trust Paxton in the playoffs. They
So
have to know their
Paxton,
pitching staff's struggling right now.
he's
They're
a
gonna have
gas.
to bring in a big arm.
And I don't really know what to make of Gavin Stone yet. He had a good outing against the Yankees on Sunday Night Baseball, and he's got good stuff. But I mean, you're really going to trust a 25-year-old rookie? When it comes postseason time. I mean, I guess you have to, right? You have to, but I don't know, man.
They've got some young arms with him and Bueller, so
Yeah,
I mean we'll see, man. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think they have a pretty good outlook just to base on their pitching. But yeah, let's feed the people, man. I saw your pick. I got super excited because that's one of the ones I was kind of looking around to use later as one of our plays. So what you tell the people what you found today, man?
yeah. Going back to one of my guys, man, one of my favorite pitchers to watch. Always a joy to watch this guy pitch. Freddie Peralta, over 7.5 Ks. Best line, at least as of an hour ago, it's plus 116 at FanDuel. Not sure what the line is now. I'm in the car. I hadn't had a chance to look, but I don't know. I think it's a bargain at plus money, man. I made the line 8.5. I mean, his median 7, but my goodness, you got to not take that up a notch when you consider the Reds strike out a ton against righties. We've made a small boatload of cash fading the Reds in the strikeout department, mainly because two guys. And I love both these players, but Will Benson and Ellie De La Cruz, they hit long home runs, but they strike out a ton, and they will chase pitches up and out of the zone. They'll chase pitches way off the plate. Sets up well for Peralta. He's got a devastating slider and a very underrated changeup. My only thing that drives me nuts about Freddie, though, he needs to throw that changeup more. It's one of his best pitches, but he just uses it here and there. It's like he kind of an ego, wants to blow it by people. When really, if he just changed speeds a little more, I think he'd get even more strikeouts. But you look at his career numbers against this lineup. K rate against the Reds hitters 35.7%. Holy smoke, Batman. That is insane. But when you look at Benson De La Cruz, both of them are usually good for 2 strikeouts per game apiece. So right there, that's 4. Peralta ain't got to get 4 more with the rest of the lineup. Weird. They're coming around as far as their K rate. I mean, they've got some guys like Spencer Steer and a couple other guys that are kind of slipping my mind right now. They've got a lower K rate, Spencer Steer and a couple others, but still with Benson and De La Cruz, it's just, they're just fanning a ton. I just really like Peralta. Think he gets 8 or more tonight, especially at home. He's usually pretty solid at home, if memory serves me correctly. What do you think, brother?
Yeah, no, I
Like
love
Fred?
that. I was gonna say the Steer 19.6 K rate,
Yeah,
Fraley
not too.
19% K rate, Espinal 14% K rate, Stevenson 18.5%. Everybody else is 20, 21 plus.
Yeah, exactly. So 3 guys that are decent as far as putting the ball in play, but then they got rest of the lineup kind of struggles. What about you, my man? You've been on fire lately. Swept the board yesterday. What are you going to give the people today, as far as your best bet here for the show?
Yeah, this is I was trying to dabbling back and forth between kind of what I wanted to give out today. I ended up giving out Gavin Stone as we brought
Hey,
up earlier. I'm gonna do his under 2.5 earned runs.
love
I just
it.
think this is a really good spot to catch the Royals on the road, who seem to be a little bit better at home. He's been very impressive this year. He's gone under in 10 of 12 games this season, holding a 2.93 ERA and a 2.89 WOBA. Royals are coming in with only 2 batters hitting over 245 against right-handed pitchers, and they've never seen him before, obviously, as a rookie. So, I lost a little value on this play. Not taking it last night. I was looking at that, and I was kind of gonna wait around to see what else popped up this morning that I really liked. Ended up grabbing this at Caesars for minus 139. It
Not bad.
looks like it's still available there if you guys want to take that. Minus 145 on DK, minus 150 on BetMGM.
Yeah,
Um,
not bad.
and if you want to go to DK, one thing that I've been doing recently is they've started offering a 1+ walk um, alt line for people, and we've been doing this really since they started offering this. But if you wanted to bring that juice down to say plus money or minus 110, you can always pair him with somebody like um, Kyle Bradish today to go over 1 walk, or Luis Hill, who's one of the highest walk rate guys.
Yep.
And in MLB, you can pair his 1+ walk with Gavin Stone here on DK, and I believe Hill's 1+ walk is like minus 900, so it doesn't move it a lot, but it'll bring this down to closer to plus money.
Yeah,
So, and
that helps.
it's like 100% hit rate. So I'm
Yeah,
feeling very safe telling you guys to do that. So
nice.
yeah.
I like it, man. Stone, yeah, I love the point you made there, Wade. The fact that they haven't seen this kid yet, I think that works in his favor. I kind of like that, and he's earned his chops, man. He took down the Yankees, last weekend. So obviously facing this Royals lineup is not going to be nearly as tough as facing the Yankees lineup. So I think Gavin could have a pretty good game. I don't expect him to strike out a lot of guys, but he does get a lot of ground balls and he knows how to get guys out, even though he's a youngster. So yeah, I like that play quite a bit.
Yeah, I think if you guys aren't comfortable with that and you want to pivot to something else, I also like his over outs over 17.5 outs. I didn't personally
Gotcha.
take it, just because I
Okay.
know the Royals can hit. If you look at overall, they're hitting like top 5 against right-handed pitchers. But
Yeah.
I struggle to see how that number works out when you go to look at their individual batting statistics, and they only have 2 guys hitting over 245. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Just kind of weird. Yeah, one of those weird conundrums of the statistical analysis, which there's plenty of those in baseball.
Yeah, and to truthfully, the Royals hit a lot better versus left-handed pitchers than right-handed pitchers. They tear the cover off the ball against left-handed pitchers. So no, I feel
Sounds
pretty
like the
good
order.
about both of these bets. And I think last show I gave out a loser again. So let's
Yeah,
cash these for everybody because
we're
it's
good.
important to give out freebie winners. And if you guys want to go check out some free articles for all sports, free daily bets, go to bettersinsider.com, go to eatwatchbet.com.
Please,
You got
please.
NBA picks, you've got golf picks, UFC, um,
NHL. Yeah,
MLB, NHL. So we've got obviously the Edmonton Oilers and the Dallas Mavericks are both strangling for their lives right now. I'm not sure if either one of them
yeah,
is going to avoid the dreadful sweep, but
yeah, no. Oh,
I can't believe both of
that's a
those teams
bummer.
are down 0-3, man.
I can't. Yeah, I didn't see it coming. I really, and I'm not a big hockey guy. I follow it sporadically, but
Yeah.
I really thought Edmonton was too good of a hockey team to go down 3-0. I also thought the Mavericks were too good of a basketball team to go down, 0-3. And just weird. I think they're just both just running out of gas, man. It's a grind this time of year, and you can even show it with And I'm not a big basketball guy, but Luca looks exhausted. He's played a ton of minutes, and just from what little I've seen, he just looks tired. So,
Well,
you know,
I was reading some comments the other day, and a lot of people are assuming that he's got an injury going on, and obviously he's probably
I think
fatigued.
so.
And a lot of people are also talking about the paths that some of these teams take to get there. The Celtics, hate to say it, but they had a pretty easy cakewalk. Every single team they played was basically injured.
That's it.
While the
That's it.
Mavericks had to go through a gauntlet of the Thunder and the Timberwolves, um,
Yep.
Clippers, even I believe they played. So I don't know. Can't remember who these guys all lined up against earlier in the year. I think they started off with the Clippers first round. It's just been a gauntlet for them, man. So I think they ran out of gas. And yeah, I was actually surprised. I was actually going to give out a a hockey play last night to my members because when
I,
I saw that the Oilers were plus money to take Game 3, I thought, man, there's no chance this is losing.
I
Um,
hope. I
and it
hope
did.
too.
It lost. So.
Dis- Disrespectful line, man, it's a bummer.
The
But
Bucks knew it,
yeah,
man. So the Bucks
they
knew it.
did. A lot of times they do know. A lot of times they do. They're not idiots. They do this full time for a living, and not just that they've got a lot of books have a team of people working. It's called a risk room, and they're working on those lines and not playing around. Big boy money coming in to a lot of these places. So
Yeah, that is correct. Well, I appreciate you guys joining us. If you guys want, again, I'm offering a 7-day free trial. Use code JOIN when you do that as well. You don't have to use code JOIN. You can just try the 7-day free trial. But if you use code JOIN with that, because I guess my monthly package always has a 7-day free trial, regardless if you do the promo or not. So you'll always get
I
7-day free trial as a new member. But if you
love
want,
it.
use code JOIN and it'll give you a 50% off of the first month to get you in the door for $7.50 for the next 37 days.
Dude,
So take
like
it if you want.
I
I'm not
paid.
trying to press
Yeah,
people, but
yeah, I paid $3.50 for this coffee at Panera. So like a couple of coffees, and you're on your way to the promised land with winning picks from Wade. I mean, really, top flight bets, baby, top flight bets. That's where it's at, man. And it's not just winning picks. I know it's most important, but I'm telling you guys, Wade's Discord, he educates people. He explains every pick, which I highly respect. Folks that just give out picks with no reason. I'm like, what the heck, man? What are you doing? I don't even know why'd you take it? Wade explains every pick, backs it up with solid trends, solid statistical analysis. But he's also got sections on just teaching you how to be a better, how to manage your bankroll properly. He's got different sections in his Discord just on NBA news, MLB news, different sports news. He's got all kinds of ways to help you be a better. So I highly recommend it. Not just for the winning plays, but for what you'll learn also into these markets that not a lot of people have exploited yet. Wade's ahead of the curve, so jump on it now while he's hot.
yeah, I appreciate that, man. Some of that stuff in the Discord. I actually pay for that stuff to keep that
I
rolling for
believe it.
everybody to get the
I believe it.
news and keep
Yeah.
that going. And it's not expensive, but
Yeah.
it's something that I feel is necessary. People like to get the
Yeah.
news updates. People like to get the injuries. It gives you lineup alerts, gives you injury changes, gives you updated news. Anything that happens, anything that changes with the lineup or players, you'll get it right away, instant free time. So yeah,
I love it. You can't beat that, dude. You're a good dude, Wade. Always enjoyed doing the show with you, man. Hope you and the family have a blessed weekend. I'm gonna hop
you as
off
well.
here, start typing up some more articles. So check out Wade's freebie, by the way, free play over at ewatchbet.com. Posted
Yeah,
about an hour ago. Jump on it. It is a fun one. Y'all will like it.
for sure.
Nice little player props parlay, which everybody loves. So I'm pumped about it myself. I can't wait.
Yep. Let's have a good day, everybody. Appreciate you,
Yep.
man. Have a
Be
blessed
good.
weekend.
Y'all too. Be good. Boom.